Now, what is going on, y'all? Okay, welcome back to Barb City. It is your girl, Christy. And now, before we go on ahead and reach for Latto's top, let's go on ahead and make sure you guys are subscribed to this channel. Turn those post notifications on. Also, after this channel, after this video, make sure you guys go on over to Twitter and follow me at The Real Barb City and Instagram at Barb City Pink Print. Okay, with all of that being said, as we all know, the Grammys are always snubbing Nicki Minaj. Okay, they never give her awards that she's been overdue for. We all know why, right? We all know that Nicki has bad blood with the Grammys. They continue to snub her. They continue to put other artists before her, knowing that these Grammys belong to the queen. They continue to give them away, okay? With that being said, you guys, Nicki Minaj tweeted yesterday and basically said, unbelievable, to the fact that they moved Super Freaky Girl out of the rap category and they put it in the category with pop, okay? And as we all know, the pop category is filled with a whole bunch of WTE people. Say it out loud and you will know what I'm saying, okay? So they basically made it to where it would be very hard for her to be able to win in that category. But at the same time, Nicki Minaj was upset because she said her song deserves to be in rap. Obviously, the song is rap. But with that being said, you guys, she was not upset because they moved the song over to the pop category. She was upset because they were not being fair and there were still songs in that category that didn't deserve to be in there. And although they moved hers, they did not move everyone else's. So of course she referred to Big Energy and basically said if Super Freaky Girl needed to be taken out, so does Big Energy. As we are all fully aware, Latto's new song, Big Energy, is a pop song. A lot of people agree with Nicki Minaj, including Big Latto herself right here. She said, I got my pop song going on now. I'm finna give y'all that urban MF. Anyways, on the pop charts, popping my I already got my next pop single too, so the summer will be mine as well in advance. Anyways, on the pop charts, popping my two things I ain't. I got a whole pop record going on and still keeping my foot in the streets. LOL. Who doing this like me? So as you guys could see, oh, and another person right here saying literally Latto herself has even called it a pop song on multiple occasions. Just make it fair. So like we're saying, Nicki Minaj was not in any way putting Latto down as an artist. She was not putting Latto's song down. She was just simply saying, hey, she referred to her song as a pop song. So if you guys are going to leave it in the rap category, then you guys also need to leave Super Freaky Girl. And like I said, other people also did agree with Nicki Minaj. Troy saying this should be transparent on how they made the decision. MC Hammer sampled Super Freak and was nominated in the rap category. They screwed Nicki Minaj on this one. Show receipts or lose the credibility that may be left. Okay, so the Grammys put Nicki Minaj's hit song Super Freaky Girl in the pop category. This is so wrong. We all know she is not going to win the Grammy if she's in the pop section. They didn't put her in there to win. It has to be scary to be Nicki Minaj. When people consistently give her fake love and disguise themselves as fans only to then reveal the true hatred they have for you when things don't go their way. She's to be commended for all her strength. Nicki Minaj responded to these two gentlemen saying, so thankful that powerful, intelligent black men are speaking up for me. It means a lot. Go read both of those threads of the two people I just tweeted. So again, you guys, People are here for what Nicki Minaj is saying, especially the people who know that the Grammys have been doing this to Nicki Minaj. Even the guy that we all Hate, whose name starts with the letter A, also said, I agree with Nicki Minaj. If Super Freaky Girl is pop, so is Big Energy. It's given we want to give the Grammy to Latto and snub Nicki. We all know Nicki will not win the Grammy in a pop category. Pop categories are ruled by the WTEs. And again, say it out loud so you know what I'm saying. He also said this is why some of y'all's favorite bloggers will never happen, because they don't know how to be fair. Y'all say I'm a flip-flopper. I'm saying I'm being real. A lot of these lames are one directional who reacts to yes man. Nobody, definitely not Nicki or Cardi. He also said, I love Nicki Minaj. I will and have always been a fan. She's literally in my top 3 celebrities. So it's so crazy to hear him say that, right? Because all he does is talk stuff about Nicki Minaj. He always puts her down. He puts her family down, her husband down. And so it's just so crazy to be like, oh, I've always been a Nicki Minaj fan. Like, baby, we all know that you used to be a Barb, okay? That's not a huge surprise. But we do appreciate you, standing up for the queen when it's necessary, even though most of the time you be doing the queen wrong. I will say that you are correct about this whole Grammy situation, and we do appreciate you looking past the check that you get from Cardi B allegedly and being able to speak on the truth. But anyways, with that being said, moving right on along. Nicki Minaj also tweeted and said, I have no problem being moved out of the rap category as long as we are all being treated fairly. If Super Freaky Girl has to be moved out of rap, so does Big Energy. Anyone who says different simply is a Nicki hater or troll. I'd actually love to see a more street record win, male or female. I'm just saying right is right. And then she also said, could you imagine someone telling you not to complain about being treated unfairly in the workplace? This is my job. I work very hard. No different from a 9-to-5 where you should speak up for yourself if you know you're a great employee, and continue to purposely be sabotaged. Like, exactly. She's being sabotaged. She's being treated unfairly at work, being discriminated against. And there's laws that protect us, that work 9-to-5s or that owns little companies and stuff. We're protected. Why can't she be protected? Nicki Minaj also said in Barb's, there's no need to be angry. This is simply an open discussion. Healthy dialogue, independent thinking is what makes us human beings. Excuse my baby Barb that you guys can hear in the background. My husband is supposed to be helping me keep her little booty quiet, but apparently she has a little few things to say as well. But anyways, you guys, let's go on and get into Latto and her response to Nicki Minaj bringing up her song and the fact that it was still in the rap category, okay? Latto was offended by this, and it's just crazy because she already called it a pop song herself. And if she loved and respected Nicki Minaj, and if Nicki Minaj was her idol like she says Nicki Minaj is, then Latto definitely would not have had a problem coming out and saying, no, my song is pop. It too needs to be moved, but that is not the response that we got. But before we get into Latto's response to Nicki, let's talk about some of the things that she was saying in Nicki's DM when she was begging for collaborations. She reached out to Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj responded and said, hi, how are you? If you want me to listen to something, you should be able to send it in this message. And Latto did send a clip and also said, I'm so good. Here's the record. My label said they sent it to Josh Berkman just now, but I wanted to hit you artist to artist first. Let me know what you think. And Nicki Minaj responded to her and said, okay, I got it. I'll give you my feedback on it once I listen back a few times. Latto said, thank you. And Nicki Minaj responded, not Too many days later saying, hey mama, I think you came off on the song, but I don't hear myself on it. Are you working on an album or just working on your next single? Latto said, I respect it. My next album, is there a specific direction you're looking for? I had a couple of things in mind. I just sent my fave first. Nicki responded and said, maybe not a real explicit record, but the other thing is the song does better when I get on it after it's already made a cultural impact. So whatever you love and really believe in, if it takes off organically, that may be a bigger moment. I'm working on my album right now, so I'm really in a time crunch phase. But I think we'll both know when it makes sense. Even as you finish the album, you may come across something you feel fits me more. Either way, it'll work itself out. And Latto responded and said, okay, bet, I get it. I got you. Thanks, Nick. So basically, Nicki wants a song that she can hop on that actually makes sense for her. You know what I'm saying? Latto also reached out again and said, hey, I wanted to reach back out. I know you said you wanted to do a song that was kind of growing on its own. I have this song, Big Energy, that's #1 on Rhythmic Radio and Urban Radio. Last week was number 42 on Billboard. I don't know if you hear yourself on it or not, but wanted to see what your thoughts were, maybe on a remix. So, like I said, she has been reaching out some more for a collaboration, and she didn't get it. And this is normally how they start acting when they don't get these collaborations. But let's get into Latto's response to Nicki, bringing up the fact that Big Energy gets to stay in the rap category. So yes, as we all guessed, Latto made this a "it's about me, she's bullying me" moment, and she said, dang, I can't win for losing all these awards and nominations. I can't even celebrate. And baby, you didn't even know they were nominations. They were just maybes, okay? So maybe you're paying for them. I don't know, allegedly. But moving right on along, people responded to her and said, you purposely missed the point of what Nicki was saying. It wasn't a bashing session. It was her pointing out unfairness. If you can't see that, then I don't know what to tell you. She said it. She looking for sympathy because she knows another artist was intentionally suppressed for her nomination. And that is just 100% real. Like I said, a real woman, a real artist is going to accept the Grammy and then give it to Nicki Minaj. They know they don't deserve it. They know that it doesn't belong to them. I'm not saying they didn't work hard and that they're not talented. It's just that they know that the Grammys are snubbing Nicki Minaj. And it's just really sad because all of their fan bases run around and continue to bring up the fact that Nicki Minaj does not have a Grammy. And they play delusional to the fact that the Grammys are going to continue to do this to Nicki Minaj. They don't want her to have a Grammy. It has absolutely nothing to do with her talent. So with that being said, if Latto really loved Nicki Minaj and cared for her, I feel like her response would have been totally different. But hey, I can't really expect that much from these new rap girls. Anyways, of course, Latto tried to put her reaction off on Nicki Minaj and basically blame her reaction on this. She said, I've ignored countless subtweets since March and instead addressed you in the DM. You're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense. It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom trying to be a bully. And no, that's not what it is, baby girl. You up here calling this woman your idol, begging for collaboration, saying that you love her and everything else. I would be asking you too, like, hey, why aren't you standing up in my defense when you know that I'm right? You inboxed me and said that you agree with me, but you're not standing for me. I would be asking you too, like, hey, if I'm your idol and you love me and you respect me, why can't you congratulate me? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, someone responded to her and said, Nicki is going on 40 this year. You're 23. Your mom had you at 17. That's your problem. I'm glad you showed your true colors before she gave you the feature. No, don't be scared when the Barb start eating you up, because as you guys know, that's exactly what we did and are going to continue to do. So, of course, people wanted to know how Latto's been feeling, like Nicki Minaj been subtweeting her when she has been continuing to post Nicki Minaj's Super Freaky Girl lyrics. And she also just recently said at the VMAs that she was so happy to be able to see Nicki Minaj perform. So people started calling her out, basically asking what subbing is she talking about. And she was talking about this. Nicki said, unfollowed. Barbs, I just said stop putting that dud on my timeline. I know you're defending me, but leave the dud on TikTok. Let me think. And then Latto basically said that was towards her. And she said the most recent subtweet in question, but I'm finna start from the beginning, 40-year-old bully. And Nicki Minaj retweeted that. Excuse me, you guys. Nicki Minaj retweeted that and said it was an actual person on TikTok, a creator, not even an artist. I'm sure the Barbs have receipts. It goes to show she made up these subtweets in her head simply because she sent me 2 songs I declined to do features on. They all do this. So with that being said, we are going to debunk the fact that Nicki Minaj was talking about Latto and the fact that she is making these subtweets up in her head just because Nicki Minaj declined to work with her. So the TikToker that Nicki Minaj was actually talking about, she made a post and said, Nicki unfollowed me on the 2nd because I posted a TikToker who was constantly posting Nicki from TikTok about nosy hoes. This is not about Latto at all. She also said, girl, this tweet was about me, and she said that directly to Latto, and someone commented and said, case closed. Next. More comments on the situation saying Latto actually looks bad because she was singing Nicki's praises to turn around and say what she's always felt about her. She also should know better because she's been in the industry long enough to know that it wasn't personal. Like, yes, like we said, this was not personal. She took this as an opportunity to make the beef that she had with Nicki Minaj public, okay? Because as we know, the conversation that they had was behind the scenes through DMs. And she basically took this opportunity to be like, oh, okay, well, she's not going to give me a feature anytime soon anyway. She's not messing with me anyway. And we just had a disagreement. I might as well put it out there. And that's basically what happened, okay? Another person saying, so basically, Latto just exposed how she has been low-key hating on this woman, but only showed love because she is the biggest and most successful female rapper in the game. So Nicki Minaj also responded and said, this Karen has probably mentioned my name over 100 interviews. Says she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair, but today, Scratch Off decides to be silent rather than speak up for the black woman she says was her biggest inspiration. So there you have it. There's the problem. That's why Nicki Minaj was asking her, like, hey, why didn't you congratulate me? Hey, why aren't you standing for me when you know I'm right? Because somebody who loves and respects you, you're their biggest inspiration, you look up to them, you're definitely not going to let them be wrong. Hence the Barbs, okay? This is why we say not everybody that says they like Nicki Minaj are Barbs. Just because they know a few lyrics does not make them Barbs, and we need to stop pushing Nicki to work with certain people because they do not respect the queen, okay? Simple as that. More people responded about the situation with the Grammys and Latto, saying she didn't discredit her, not even for a hot second. She made a very valid point because Big Energy is a pop song and Freaky Girl is rap. Latto has been parading the song as a pop song the whole entire time. Why don't she speak up about it being in a rap category? Y'all let everything get by. This is why I respect Justin Bieber when he called them out for putting Yummy in the wrong category. If you don't care about the integrity behind your art and just care about getting accolades for it, then are you really an artist? Like, be quiet. She has the right to speak on a song that's still in the same category she was removed from when it's also a pop song. That's not discrediting anyone. That's not her point, and she sure as heck don't have to stay in a box for you or nobody else. Her music can hit all genres. Her point is Super Freaky Girl is a rap song, and that's where she wants it to be. Someone responded and said, bruh, you're talking crap and don't even know what you're talking about. She said she doesn't mind that Big Energy is in the rap category. She just wants her song Super Freaky Girl to also be in the rap category, and if not, they both need to be moved to pop, okay? So I don't know why people, including Latto, made this negativity saying Nicki was bitter and everything. Like, come on, you guys. Just like if you guys were at a 9-to-5 working so hard for a manager's position, and then they just go and hire a new manager, you're gonna feel like, no, that position is mine, okay? So you guys stop acting like you guys will be okay with putting 15 years work in the game, you know, working very hard, building your fan base and everything, just to continuously be snubbed by the Grammys when they know that that's the only thing people have on you, okay? Stop acting like you guys would not care. So you guys, this is where you see Latto really trying to go for the queen with low blows, saying been subbing, super freaky grandma is married and related to a effing. You ain't gonna bully me, B. My idol turned rival and now you hating. So of course she brought up the situation with Nicki's husband, even though that's already been cleared up as something that is not true. She also, you know, threw in the age shaming that people have been doing to Nicki Minaj. So it's like you've been sitting back watching, wanting to chime in, and you took the chance and you basically went for it, and this shows you were never a fan. Like, there's Barbs that Nicki Minaj unfollows all the time that she has to put in their place, and never do we ever come at her like this. Anyway, one of those Barbs being Khalil, he responded and says, was she not married to and related to a when you submitted the feature request? Was she not those things when you danced to her music? LMAO, you being weird as F, okay? Latto also said, I'll be on that hill by myself. Everybody ain't lying on you. We see the pattern be for real. So that just even more clarifies that Latto has talked behind Nicki Minaj's back and was never a fan. She also said this feature was never the problem. You passed on the 2 songs I sent and I still showed love. You're not the only person I've sent songs to that passed, LMAO. Never took offense. I'm a rapper. Cute way to spin the narrative. And it's just like, yes, Latto, you've been sending love. You've been showing love to Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj and the Barbs knew it was fake all along, okay? It was fake. You don't just come out and have a disagreement with somebody that you looked up to your whole life and now talk about them like this publicly. That's just not what happens, especially when they're not putting you down in any way. They're just using your song as an example. So with that being said, you showed love and it was fake love, and you're mad because Nicki Minaj knew it. Nicki Minaj responded to the age shaming and everything like that, basically saying, notice a pattern. Oh, okay. You only get called old when you pass on their features. I ain't never dissed my idols for not giving me a feature. I bowed to Lauryn Hill's feet when I met her. Feature or no feature, should I call her old now? She a grandmother and still out rapping you, okay? And she also put in there a screenshot that says, hey, Nicki, got 2 songs to share with you. Let us know your thoughts. And Nicki Minaj did respond and pass on those songs, okay? Nicki also said, who want to hear the reference track of Scratch Off's ghostwriters rapping her bars? She used me and the Barbs in every interview until that album sold double wood. Now she wiping that spray tan off and being a Karen, they black when it's beneficial. And I agree with Nicki Minaj because even though Latto is black, she embraces her other side more, and she also has called black women monkeys and everything like that. So I agree with what Nicki Minaj is saying. They never want to embrace their black side unless it is necessary. And also she did use the Barbs, acting like she was going to be doing the remix with Nicki Minaj, and it came out to be someone else. And she did that because she knew that if the Barbs thought that Nicki Minaj was going to be on the track, that it would increase its first few hours of streaming. So with that being said, she did use the Barbs. Anyways, Nicki also said, age shaming when you look like you the one pushing 40. Age shaming but was begging for a feature. Imagine what them jeans gonna do in 10 years. Oh, so you in your 20s? Oh, okay then. At least it match your album sales. You sold 20K, right? Mad you flop. That's why you're really mad. Latto also posted 2 clips, a phone call that she had with Nicki Minaj. It did not start at the beginning. It actually started in the middle of the conversation, but it did go all the way to the end. And the crazy thing about it is Latto was basically drowning Nicki Minaj out. You could barely hear what she was saying, and she was also trying to make it seem like Nicki Minaj was upset because Latto said other artists were flourishing, but that is not what Nicki Minaj meant, and I will explain it right after we watch the 2 clips. But first, this is the caption. Latto said, let me specify, I'm sorry, I'm delusional for saying we're newer female rappers are flourishing, and you said no one cares about my little song lyrics. My bad. FYI, I only recorded because I know who the F I'm playing with. So it's just really funny that you use the word playing, because that's exactly what you are doing. You are playing. And also the fact that you said you know who the F you're playing with. I thought this woman was your idol. I thought you looked up to her. I thought she was your inspiration. I thought you respected her. I thought you loved her. But anyways, on with the calls.
It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. It's it's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. Recognize we weren't giving the platforms that we're being given right now. And I give you props all the time in every other interview for opening the door for that to be a possibility now.
Okay. So in conclusion, what do you think you wanna say about, let's let you finish your statement about what rappers were doing before and what they're doing now. I want you to finish it.
I finished it, Nicki.
Okay.
I said for a long time it was you.
It was me.
Yes,
so
in your
you didn't do your research.
What
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody send you the information about all the women in the last 10 years who have had Billboard recognition, worldwide global recognition, since you are clearly putting yourself above these people.
No, I'm not. That's the purpose I can't even think of the word, like just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying.
You don't even understand what you're saying because see.
No, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was you running shit for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said that there are other females flourishing. What is the problem with that?
The hard way. You're going to have to learn the real world and the industry.
Well, I love you and I will, regardless, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to support you from the sidelines. I feel from the sidelines because I can't do it publicly when someone is literally subtweeting me for no reason, purposely trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I respect you too much to go back and forth with you. So I appreciate you for getting on the phone with me. The song lyric was recorded last year, way before any of this. And I cannot, you said, because you just said I like to say it's given though. The it's given bar was nothing, it didn't have nothing to do with you.
And it's not going to benefit you. You understand? If people around you cared about you, they would have told you, that's not going to benefit you.
What's not going to benefit me?
Let me go. I have to do a Zoom. I'll hit you back. Thank you.
So basically what Nicki Minaj was trying to say was it's disrespectful and delusional to say that there were no other female artists out when she was out. Not only is it discrediting her, basically saying the only reason why she was out reigning that long is because it was just her, but it's also disrespecting all the other women who were out at that time and did win accolades and awards for their work. That is why when Latto said that Nicki Minaj did not understand what she was saying, Nicki Minaj responded to her and said, you don't even know what you're saying, because like I said, Latto doesn't even see that what she is saying is disrespectful. She doesn't see any harm in it. But anyway, someone responded and said, I love how Nicki is intentional with her words. You think Nicki don't know that y'all be recording her messages and her calls so that y'all can post them? And Nicki responded and said, yes, from beginning to end. So with that being said, I just want to read this very last post, and it's just basically one of the Barbs touching on all of this in one little comment. So basically she said, thanks for this video. People need to know how genuine she is. She gives congrats and compliments regularly. What hurt my soul is how very few of her peers we saw show her love and appreciation. Not even a simple congrats when she went #1 and won the Video Vanguard Award. It's sad and it's all rooted in jealousy. These fellow rappers, women and men, couldn't tell her congratulations publicly. They really hurt my feelings more than anything a hater has to say. The love she will get from us Barbs will always shine through. To see her underappreciated she is in her field of work and behind the scenes is disheartening. Also, to know how many people she has helped chart and win, and just the doors she's opened for others is of great magnitude. That's why I love the song Freedom so much. They'll never thank me for opening doors. They ain't thanked Jesus for when he died on the cross. Okay, so I really loved that comment, and that's why I put it in here, because that's the biggest thing. Nicki Minaj deserves her credit, her love, just like Beyonce, Rihanna, Jay-Z, Kanye, all those people that everybody's giving love to. Why can't we show that to Nicki Minaj? Anyways, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.